Welcome, sketchbook heroes. We are very upside down today because we are not at home. We are in a different place using different materials. So we're drawing a figure. We're breaking it down, and here we go. We've already started. It's already being shared on my screen, so you've got that there. I broke down the torso. There's my torso. I've got the top of the torso, which is that clavicle. I got the angles for the arms, and this is that stick figure. If you looked at last week's video, we got our angles for the hands. Now, if you are watching the video, you get to pause. Congratulations, you get to pause. You don't have to worry about catching up. I don't have to worry about you catching up because you can easily pause and catch up to where we're at. And that's what's awesome about video is that you can go at your own pace. So we've got the torso, we've got the head. Notice how the head is a little bit smaller than the torso. Watch those angles, watch the elbows, where the elbows are, the shoulders. I just really quickly did those. And then really important, the column, the column in the back. Actually, it's in the back. All right, so let's get this going. We've got that. Let's see. And as far as the legs, the leg actually comes up through here, I don't know, let me see, there we go. That's down here. So you can be copying it straight. Actually, you probably see a small image for my picture tonight. We go up that way, and then we go coming back down. Now, I know that we're not going to have enough space. I can already see it. Not enough space for that leg. That's okay. I'll just move this out. Here we go. We can put another sheet of paper underneath. And the foot is going to be right about there. And just like I said, drawing the hand, just worry about shapes. You can draw like an oval or a circle, or even a triangle like the foot here. See, I can easily make it into a triangle just by bringing that back heel and then like that. And I'm looking at the angles and the length of these lines here. This is what's important. I can see this come in here and then bend back, right? And then I can see here, this is where the other foot is right near the pelvis area. And there's a little bit of an angle. I can simplify it again to a triangle. I'm really looking at the ratio of it, how wide it is compared to how long it is, and the location. And there we go. I'm going to go ahead and this is really good to draw. Even if you're not following me, try to draw it on your own. Try to see this stick figure kind of thing here, where the knee is going to be right about there. And that's the stick figure. The form that's around it is really nice. It's got a really nice form. Let's bring this down and start from the top and go down. All right, let's start from the top. So I've got my head. It looks pretty good. And then they've got an axis line. I would probably bring that axis line up. Oh, you know what that is? That's probably the sphere and the shield. It's probably like a Loomis head. Axis line would probably be a little bit more right in there. Is what it would be. That looks good. The head looks good. We're going to get this upper arm at the angle. We got the upper part. There we go. Lower part. And we're doing it kind of almost symmetrical, but you want to stay away from symmetry. There's always like one angle, and this drawing is really very symmetrical, but there's a little bit of a pull on this side. Yeah, you'll see. We'll talk about that. You want to try to stay away from symmetry, like when you're doing it the same on both sides, just like that. You usually it's going to pull a little bit and then pull up a little bit, kind of like that. You get kind of like the C and C that are cupping. That's what you want to look for. That adds more interest and dynamics to your drawing. Okay, so we'll be talking about that. All right, we got the back. We've got this torso part. But, let's finish this other arm. Other arm goes in front of the head slightly, and it's pretty vertical, straight up and down. All right, looks pretty good right there. And it's an elbow, and the arm actually kind of comes back here, and the hand gets lost in the back there. All right, that's it. And I can go, if somebody puts it in the chat, I'd be, I can switch over. I can go from sharing my screen to not sharing my screen, so that you can see my drawing a little bit closer like this. I'll stop sharing. And there we go. There's my screen, and you can see it a little bit what I've got so far. All right, so I've got it pretty much set up, and this is what I'm talking about. Having you'll see this. It's trying to stay away from symmetry, especially with the body. All right, let's go back to sharing my screen. What's this new update? Oh, here we go. It's down here. Oh, there we go. Oh, interesting. Get out of the way. Let's restart. Not right now. Oh, there we go. There we go. All right, here we go. So now you see the torso. Now the torso is it's a 3/4 view. So we've got a 3/4 view on this. It does come out here a little bit. I'm pulling this the little egg that we started with, and this torso center is to the left. To the left, that's the center. So those are the two lines you see on this torso. One is from the center, the center of the front, and the other line is the actual column, the vertebrae column. And then you'll see it come up, and this is the this little hook here is the rib cage. That's the rib cage. That's what that is. And this piece is solid. I really liked when I saw this drawing. I really like this because that's solid. That doesn't move. If anything, this waist is what moves. This waist is what moves. So you can see the waist going this angle here and this pulling back here. Right? And they're both kind of pull back, and then it moves on to the pelvis here. The pelvis here. There's a lot of overlapping stuff, and it's I'm actually pointing it out. I'm pointing out the front here, and then the back line, so you can see what all this jarble of lines are. All right, so there's that. That's good. And then we'll go to the pelvis. The pelvis is in here, so it's a 3-dimensional. It's actually a see-through drawing. That's what it is. This pelvis is what I'm drawing here. I'm drawing the pelvis now. And the pelvis is actually under the foot. There we go. And then this other, let's see, this other leg. This is the back leg here. This back leg is right in there. And actually, why don't we draw that first? We're going to draw from background to foreground. It's good to think about having a sequence, an order, a process. So we're going back to front. That is now the torso, and you can kind of see the bikini line. Actually, there's a bikini line. There's another line that comes in here, right in there. So that's if you had X-ray vision. And here we go with the upper thigh. That's the upper thigh right in there. And it doesn't have the lower line. We already have enough lines, I think, to confuse this. But it's going around that knee. And then you have the calf line come down, the calf muscle. Oh, we were supposed to study muscles this week. Well, we're going to still have to study next week. But the videos I've got are really good. The videos I got are really good. I'll put them in the chat. They are, I'll tell you where they're at if you do a search for them. There we go. And that's the back foot. That's the back foot. That's the right foot. The left foot goes in front of this, so we're going to get to see both right now. So I'll stop for a second. Let's fix that. All right. So again, that's the right foot. The left foot goes on top, and it starts from below the ankle or right at the ankle, and you get this shape. You get this shape here. And actually, I'm not going to go. The stick figure is actually the stick. I'm going to use that as my top. But the stick is here. You can see here. Here's where's that stick, and then up to that knee. That's the stick where it should probably be. The stick figure, and then it comes down. Well, actually, probably around there, and then it comes down. That angle, pretty steep. So now, if you have your 3D vision, this is that bottom phi, and here's the top. So again, the top and the bottom. There we go. There we go. There's our figure. It's coming along, coming along. It's looking not too shabby. I'll actually almost done with it. I do have to bring that foot down a little bit. There's some overlapping. I might have to bring this foot down at the end. That's okay. Let's see, I do have this calf, really nice calf curve, and then down. Oh yeah, I'm gonna bring this leg down, this foot down. And change the angle a little bit. And change the angle. I'm gonna bring the angle in. I'm gonna bring that foot back. See how I just made a move, a difference. Because it feels better over here, and it's gonna line up better here. So, oh, and this happens sometimes. This happens. We have to make these adjustments. All right, that's it. I'm gonna not share anymore, and then I'm going to here we go. We have something in the chat. Oh, here, take a look. Oh, there we go. Side by side. What is that? Side by side, your sketch and the share is great. Oh, you got them both side by side. Oh, that's great. Oh, that's great. I didn't know you had them side by side. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's cool. I won't be able to see what it looks like until I watch the video. If it was side by side, oh my gosh, that's great. That's great. Now I lost my screen. There we go. All right. So I'm just going to finish cleaning this up. You can see that center line of the stick figure, and then the knee. I'm putting the knee back in. That's the roundness of that knee, and I try to capture that whole shape right there. There we go. And then we got the ankle, that shape. And I'm cleaning it up a little bit, not cleaning it up, but making it darker to kind of make it solid, fixing it. And see that mistake, it's not there anymore. And that way I don't have to worry about erasing. I can just worry about drawing. And you do it light until it's right. And then there it is. That's it. I think it looks pretty good. Let me zoom out so you can see what that drawing looks like. And it was side by side. That was so cool. I didn't know you got to see it side by side. I can't see what you see actually. What do I see? Oh yeah, we're totally lost here. Oh, it's all good. All right. Let me share my screen again. Yeah, I'm totally it. And this is what happens when you're trying something new. It doesn't run smoothly, and that's okay. You just got to be patient and persistent. That's what we believe here: patience and persistence. All right, I don't know. I don't think I all right. I don't think I that's bizarre. All right, here we go. All right, so this is a good video. I think the one before I was going to show. Here we go. Here it is. So in the comments, I put this video, Hampton. To copy that, Control C. And then let's not lose this. What's happening is that my controls are on top. There we go. Let's move my controls. There we go. Let's add a 10. That. There we go. Michael Hampton. There we go. Nope, Grammarly commercial. Ha ha. On my computer at home, I don't get the commercials because I have a video blocker. I don't have the ads. Here we go. This is really good. This is what I wanted to show on this guy. This right here.
Hi everyone, Mark Martin here.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Let me take a look at the chat. Sorry to draw and dash, everyone. Sorry, busy around season around here. Yeah, you're welcome. All right. I'm glad you're inspired. I'm glad you made it, Brian. Hey, you're a regular. You can always catch the video. It's not one of the greater ones, but this is good right here. This is the content is good. The quality has been better, but we're working on it. All right, so here you can see again the proportions for this character here, and it's my daughter. So you can see that character. I would try to draw that. Now, when we did drawing similar to this, we're looking at the proportions. The head we used as a unit. The head was a unit, and the same thing is happening here. The head is a unit. Let me see if I can get to my drawing tools. All right, let's see how it works. I have a mouse, but I'm afraid to connect it. Here we go. All right, see if it works. So the head is a unit. There it is, 1. That's the head, the height, right? And let's see if I can grab it with my mouse. Now we're gonna call it a night. Might just call it a night. But I'm really, yeah. Take a look at these lessons. They're really good. All right. I hear you. All right, let's see what happens. Hopefully, it doesn't ask me to restart. Drawing class. There we go. Is it? I know. It's a brand new mouse. There we go. That's working. Yeah, there we go. That's good. All right. Oh, select tool. Yeah, this is not cooperating like I'd like. It's like moving really slow. There we go. We can move that out of the way. All right, so here's the size of the head. There it is, that one. So hopefully you're drawing it. You can see here it is. There it is. There's 1 right there. That's that, and that's broken down into thirds and fourths. Notice the fractions. There, thirds and fourths. Then here's another head. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 down to the pelvis. That's the anatomic middle right here. This is the anatomic middle. So this is important to see and make a note of this middle line right here, because that helps you. It helps when you are get your legs long. How long? Sometimes people do their legs too short, too long, but it's a good landmark. It's a really good landmark to look for when you're drawing. All right, so there's the that 1, 2, 3, and then 4 to the bottom. You see, so 4 to the top and 4 to the bottom, and here's the middle, anatomic middle, right at the bottom of the pelvis. There's the pelvis. This is really good. Actually, why don't we do this? I can screenshot this and have it in the chat, and you can have it. All right, here we go. It's a little tough to control here with this mouse, but we're getting there. There we go. All righty, almost there. But let's see what it captures. Capture the flag. There we go to everybody. There it is. Not too bad. You're missing the feet. But that's okay. That's okay. You can get an idea, especially if you have the unit. The unit means 1. The head is 1 size, and that's it. All right. All right, I'm going to go to the Proco video. The Proco video is really good as well. Let's stop this one. Actually, let's stop this video and escape it. Oh, yeah, no, it's not working. So hopefully, I'm going to give you this to draw. I'm going to tell everybody to go to the meetup page. I'm going to get ready for this little celebration that we've got, and just call it a night tonight. I apologize. We usually, we're here every week. Next week will be better. So, and the videos, and I'm also working on the videos for, wow, in 9 days. It should be, yeah, a week from, is it 9 days? Yeah, it should be a week from this Thursday is, we'll have the unveiling of our series, our first videos anyways. All right. Yeah. Why don't, actually, I'll draw this along with everybody if you'd like. Yeah, I'll draw this along, the character we just had right now. That would be good. And if not, ooh, okay, move this out of the way. Yeah, that's what I'll do. All right, we'll draw, and I'll show you the head proportions. There we go. All right. What you ooh, I'll draw all three. We'll draw all three. We'll start off with my and this is good to have the edge of your paper. Like here, we have the edge of your paper. Get that straight along right there. There we go. Try to get a nice straight edge. And then here we have the head. The head. I'm going to start off with the head here. You can see the head, the height compared to the width. You get that egg shape right in there. And that's R1. That's R1. R1 line. Line 1. That's the head. Okay. And that's a unit. That's the unit. We had trouble with people last time that they didn't use it, that they didn't, the heads were all different sizes. All right, so we're going to take another sheet of paper. There we go, sheet of paper. There we go. And then measure that head like that. There we go. Here's our 1 unit right there. See how I did that? That's 1. I'm going to bring that down. That's 2. That's 3. And then that's 4. And here, this is the pelvis. That's the bottom of the pelvis. That's the 4. And then we do 4 more. 1, 2, 3. I hear you. 4. And that takes us to the bottom of our paper, to our scribbles from before. Now I'm going to fold this paper in half and use it as a ruler. Sometimes you just got to figure things out. You know, it really is. You're in the battle here, sketchbook warriors, sketchbook heroes, and you got to do what you got to do. See, and figure things out. It's all problem solving. See, look at that straight line I just did with a folded sheet of paper. All right, we got, and then they have to be parallel. There we go. 1, 2. And I would usually use that same measurement of the head and go over here, but I'm eyeballing it. I'm pretty good at eyeballing it. Usually it takes 2 lines to make 2 points to make a line. 2 points to make a line. And it's 6:05. 2 points to make a line. All right. We'll probably just be another 15 minutes and then we'll get started. And then we'll actually stop however long this goes. Just get it started. Let's get it started. Oh man, we had the bomber. Jeez, thank you for your patience. That's what it takes. I mean, things happen. I know when we had our first bomber, people felt really bad, and it was like, oh, I mean, it happens. I don't let it get me down because I have a bigger purpose, a bigger reason why I do this. I have a why that'll make you cry. That's when you really know. When you have a why that'll make you cry, it's a reason, it's a purpose. Why are you doing this? If it's, you know, if you have a good reason, you stick it out, right? You stick it out. All right, so let's take a look. We've got the neck, and then we've got, it comes down to that first headline, and that's where the top of that torso is, right? The top of the torso. Actually, the bottom of the torso, bottom of the that part right there. I'm going to put that clavicle line, this clavicle line right in here, and it comes down. It says it's about 1/4 of the way, 1/4 of the way down. That line, that's that clavicle line. Let's zoom in so you can see what I'm talking about. There we go. Yeah, we got all the lines. We got the head, the height, and the width, and now we're getting here. So we get this line here. This is 1/4 of the way, just kind of like a ruler. Here, this is half, and that's 1/4. And that's that. Now, how wide does that go? Well, it says here it's a 1/2 a head and a 1/2 a head. So if we take this head apart and kind of bring it 1/2 of it over and 1/2 of it over on that side, that's how wide that kind of goes. That line goes. All right, and then we have the arms kind of coming out a little bit from there, But that's what we have so far. All right. Let's get that next shape down. Okay, so down here is a 3rd. So on our 3rd head down, see here, like I can say this is one head, and this is how animators do it. There's one head, two heads, three heads, four heads, just like that. But this is an actual head size, right? Some people were just, I saw them just scribbling, and that's okay. It's all right. But these are like units, like a ruler. All right. Okay, so we're down to our third head here, our third head. All right, our third head, and that is a third of the way. So if we break this into thirds, 3 parts, right there, see that 3 parts on the third head, that's the bottom of the torso. That's the bottom of the torso, right in there, third, at that spot. This might just be the last, the drawing we do. Yeah, I'll just do this as the last drawing. But here, this is the rib cage. This is the torso, the rib cage, this shape here that we saw in that last drawing that we did. Here, that comes up like that, and then comes down here like that. That's the torso, nice shape. And again, this is solid. Once you see the torso, this area, this doesn't move or change, right? That doesn't change. That's the shape. What changes is this spacing in here. This will stretch and squash. This side and this side will squash and stretch. All right, let's go back down, and here's our square for our pelvis. Actually, it's the next head over, this next head right here. And this is where the pelvis is, in this square right in there. That is where that pelvis is. There we go, that pelvis. I really like the way I'm breaking it down. If you've been following along, got the head height, this is actually really good. I'll probably do the other two next week. And the other two, the side view and the back view on this. Now, because once I have this square, now I can actually draw that pelvis. And the pelvis, you know, the drawing is here it's pretty real. But we don't have to be that real. We really need to see the shape, the form. And here's the shape. Notice how I taper it down. And then you've got the top of those pelvis, that hip. These would be the hips. Hip, hop, the hip, the hip, the hop. Don't stop. All right. We've got a little musical interlude there. Then you've got the here. This is the sternum. There's a sternum that goes right in the middle. I've actually seen cadavers in my class. We had cadavers, real ones and fake ones. So yeah, to just draw from. And in the back here, this is actually the back. This is the sternum, and then back here is the vertebrae. The vertebrae goes in the back, and it would be attached back here in front of the actually behind the pelvis. But yeah, then you have the coccyx, or the tailbone is in there, and it does actually have that shape, like that shape. Tailbone. But what's important is the shape. It's pretty square. It's pretty square. It's pretty square. Let's try to straighten it out. All right, there it is. All right, we're halfway there. Straightening it out. Good. All right, it's looking good. I think it's looking really good. All right, let's get the arms in. You only see one side, and you see the elbow. This is the bone, actually. This is the bone. That's the bone, and this is a socket. So this can move in all kinds of directions. It can move. It's pretty, you know, this is a ball and socket joint. And the arm is pretty straight, and it comes down to here, the elbow. The elbow goes to right there, right where the elbow goes right to the bottom of the rib cage. Yeah. There's the elbow. There's that. And then this is a joint. This is a hinge joint, like a hinge, like a door. It just goes in two directions. Right. So here we have the hinge joint, hinge joint, and we have the two lower bones. The two lower bones, the ulna and the radius, that kind of comes down below that area, towards the middle of that next bottom half. And then notice again, we talked about drawing the hand as a circle or a triangle, trying to see the shape of it. That you're really just trying to capture the height and the width. And that's a really quick way of doing it when we're doing the practice drawing. We didn't get to do our practice drawing tonight. So practice, go to that line website. So here we go. Here's that one of the bones there, and there's 2 bones, so that's it. All right. All right, we're just going to do one leg, and we're going to call it a night. We're going to call it a night. Call it a night. Let's see. All right, let's get that other leg in there. Let's zoom out. And look at, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 areas. There's a slight angle. Notice this leg actually comes up in here. It's connected right in there. And this is where that leg is. And I can actually see the hip. I mean, it's not shown in the drawing, but this would be the hip. That pelvis shows through right in there. And then you would get this, the thigh. That thigh would be right in there. The hand would be over it. But the bone that's in there is that kind of bone that's attached right in there. This would probably go over it. But that bone that's attached to that pelvis right in there. Yeah, and it does have that shape. This is the ball right there. This is the ball and socket, and it does have this shape. This bone actually does look like this. This is the femur. This is the femur, longest bone in your body. It goes there. Watch the angle on this. There would be 2 angles. Try to get that symmetry, that line down the middle. Yeah, this is the femur. And that comes down to, let's see, the middle of, there you go. We have a blank space in it. Yeah, it goes to the middle of this, that head right there. So this is the one head below it. Because here's our anatomic middle. Our anatomic middle, our landmark, important to know. There's one head, and here's another head, our second head, and it's right here, right in the middle. This is where the knees are, the knees. And you can put as much detail as you'd like, but that's the knee joint, the patella. Also the meniscus, I learned about the meniscus. My mom had her fall. She's doing much better. She's walking all over the place now. Still some pain, and that's because of the arthritis as well. But yeah, right in the middle of this second head down is those knees. And again, just like the arm has 2 joints in the bottom half, so does this one has 2 joints. So the first one drops down there and drops right below that, right in there. That a little wide, and then it goes out and gets the foot. That foot, the ankle is the foot. I can't see it, but you know, the phalanges and stuff. All right, we're going to call it a night. I think it looks pretty good. I think it looks pretty good. The challenge would be to draw the other side. Draw the other side. All right, I'll take questions, and then we'll call it a night. You can try to get the other side going. And then a good thing to do is try to see this space in here. So if you want to add, see the space in between and see that shape right here, that negative space. Yeah, probably bring the knees in a little bit closer, although they should probably be a little further apart. Right in there, that other femur, the knee, patella. And then here we go, putting the feet close together. Oh, good. And you got my text. Oh, yeah. Crack-a-lack. No. There we go. That's looking pretty good. You can do the other arm, do the same thing. All right. Let's see. I don't see anything in the chat.
So I
Yes, go ahead.
So essentially what you did was you drew spaces for 8 heads, and you based it on one head, and you basically drew 7 more spaces based on that head, and that's how you measured out the body.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and that's proportions, and all animators do this, and when you're learning life drawing, you do it as well. Yeah, so that's the one head, and you can see, and if you watch the video should be up. It should be probably up by Thursday. Up by Thursday.
Okay, where can I find it again?
You can find it at absolutebeginner.com. So
Absolutebeginner.com.
yeah.
Okay.
Or if you go to sketchbookhero.com, you'll see the link. There's a link there as well. Sketchbookhero.com. Yeah, those are my two websites. Let me share, and I'll show that. Okay, so here we go. I'm sharing my screen. Let's see. So we can go to. See if I can get out of. There we go. So we go to,
By Mr. S. Michael Hampton.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, no. This is sketchbookhero.com. So this
Okay.
is sketchbookhero.com. You'll see the videos here. I just zoomed in. Oh, yeah. I'm on a different. I shouldn't zoom. Yeah. So here, and you can click on there. Actually, here's the YouTube channel. If you click on that, that'll take you there. Yeah. That's
Okay.
Yeah, and this is last week's. This is last week's. We did something for.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
I just have one more question, if you don't mind.
No, not at all. That's why we're here. I love questions, and I'm going to really push for practice and questions. Yes, what's the question?
So, are you on California time?
Yes, I'm on California time. Yes, this is Pacific time.
Okay. Did it recently just switch over?
Yeah, we switched over. Yeah, we just switched over.
All right, I'm on Arizona time, so I thought you were starting just a few minutes ago.
Oh no, we've been at it. Well, actually, we started late because I'm not in my regular space. I'm
Fair
gonna
enough.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop recording. But yeah, that's it for
Okay.
tonight.